Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Simply Colorful FiberCast. Today's date is July 19th, 2019. My name is Lynn, and I am your host. And I am in a hot New England climate. And you can see I'm in a slightly different configuration because of all that's been going on at the studio. So welcome, grab a project and let's see what we can accomplish together in the next probably 30 minutes. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it the full 60 this week. It's just too hot, and like I say, a lot's been going on. But what I'm doing today is not quilting. I will bring you up to date on our raffle quilt, and you can see another quilt behind me that I've just finished the top on. Tonight I'm going to be turning a shirt from Mr. Leo, a shirt that was his. I'm turning it into a bear for his grandchild. And I went on the internet and I found a bear pattern. I've also done lots of bear patterns. I had a little bear pattern and I found one that I liked, and I used my light box, my light plate there that I used last week, my Cricut cut. And I made all of my pattern pieces. So what I'm doing, and I don't even have a picture of the bear, I just have it in my head, is I'm making the head of the bear out of gray Minky. And it's a bear, pun intended, to sew. And then the body is going to be pieces of this shirt. So here you can see, and the shirt's so thin that I'm going to use interfacing. And you can see I've got, those are the ears. These two big pieces are the belly, either side of the body. These are going to be the legs. And what I did was, before I came on, I have started one leg and I've started one arm. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to stuff them with my polyfill stuffing and my stuffing forks. These are awesome. I know I've talked about them before. They're Barbara Willis designs, and the forks have a little prong at the end, kind of like a snake, and that helps you push the stuffing in and get it in the nooks and crevices. So, and I've cut out the head. There's the head. It will have darts. And this head is the one, and again, doing it in Minky is going to be a challenge, but basically, it has a piece, the teddy bear has a wide piece up through the top of the head. So that's this piece, which looks so big compared to the head, right? But it really does work. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, last week, we made the dolls. We were working on the dolls, and I wanted to show you that they are done. So there's Liberty, and there is, I guess, Uncle Sam. So I need to get another doll stand, because that's just a great way to have him stand in my little doll case there. And the little flag was fun to make, you know. And the little Liberty sign. So anyway, I just wanted to confirm that those were finished. And I highly recommend doll making. There's something very fun about it. If nothing else, when you're done, it's small and you can store it away. But let's see. So here is one of the legs. Double stitched it with very tiny stitching. Let's see what this will look like if we stuff it. This is a test bear. Did I mention that? So Sue brought her father's shirts over here this week. One of those days when it was pouring here. We have had the wildest weather here in the Northeast. Either thunderstorms like with unbelievable winds, uprooting trees, and little microbursts, to they're saying possibly 100-degree heat in Boston tomorrow. So there's going to be 1 foot, and see his paw is made out of Minky. And I did that twice, and it looks like there aren't any blowouts. But see how in here that's all puckered? It's because it's going to be a little puckered anyway, but I did not clip that. I should have. Clipping is always that precarious thing. You don't want to clip too close, but But you don't want to leave it unclipped because then it really doesn't work. Okay, maybe I'll clip around the edges just a little bit, not a lot. I'm not going to do the bottoms there. Maybe one or two in the back here. I'm not doing the bottom because the minky frays. And it's looking pretty nice and round, to tell you the truth. Okay, it's a little bit better. Okay, so we have to stuff that and see how that's going to look. And then I'll return the arm around too. As always, send pictures or notes to lynn@simplycolorful.com. I'd love to see who's out there. Maureen and Allie. Becca, your quilt arrived today. Thank you. That will go on the frame, I think, Monday. So it'll be back in the mail to you next week. I love it. And if it's okay with you, I'll send you an email with the stars and loops and the cream-colored thread choice on top, and make sure you like it. And also, if you're okay with it, I will show it finished. Ooh, if I'm going to send it back to you next Friday, I can't do that. Well, maybe next time. I just don't want to show it without your approval. Okay, so, oh, that's so cute. That's his little paw on the inside. So there'll be 2 of those. If you want, look up, Google teddy bear pattern free on the web, and you'll get a feel for. Okay. And this is going to be little. She wanted them little. So now that we have this, let's undo our polyfill. Oh, and Bob, if you're out there, and Mom, hi. Bob has been doing work at Mom's. Stay cool, everyone. Ooh, I like this fill. Ooh. It's nice and soft and silky. This is Fairfield Polyfill. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure if that's Fairfield, Connecticut or not. It might be. So at first I use my fingers. I tend to like my dolls kind of solidly stuffed. And not lumpy, of course. Who else do I have to? So I said hi to Maureen. And, oh, there's so many of you to say hi to. I love that you're out there. Kathleen, Sewing Kathy, Eileen, Evelyn, out in Pacific Palisades. Wendy, hi Wendy, are you home from the beach? Anne, Carol, are you back from Stockholm? Okay, so see, it just keeps, it's amazing how much of this polyfill you use. And this one, you know, this bear might have the pieces of the bear may be big enough so as not to require much of these stuffing forks. When you're getting into little teeny tiny fingers and hands and limbs, that's where they really come in handy. Although, you know what? So it feels tighter here and not as tight here, so I'm going to pull out my stuffing fork. There's not much to making bears. Once you get the pieces, then it's just like kind of like a 3D puzzle, I guess. Now, I'm still a new doll maker, and I'd be curious what the Textile Tarts advice would be. Last I knew, it was stuff it till you think it's really stuffed, and then wait, and then stuff some more. But I have to tell you, I have blown out seams doing that, so. And some of it's personal preference. The customer for whom I'm making this expressed that she wanted these dolls to sit and be able to sit on a smallish shelf. So they're not going to be the 18 inchers or the 20 inchers or the 24 or 22 or 24. Okay, I think that's good. So I don't want, then you want to make sure it's evenly spaced, right? I know this is like watching paint dry. Okay. Now, see how I use my fork? I can just push that in. That helps. And this is another thing, you're going to use the ladder stitch to close this up, which is going like this in between the two sides. Should be pretty hidden if you do it right. Right now, I'm just going to pin it shut. And I'm glad that I'm using interfacing. I like the feel of that. Okay, so there's one. That's going to be the arm, and I'll sculpt it so it's rounder, I hope. And bend it so it goes like that. So that'll be inside. Okay, and this will be one of the legs. Like I say, send email to lynn@simplycolorful.com. And send your quilts. Oh, I loved getting the message. Let's see who's out there. Oops. That. Christina. Hi, Christina. Thank you. I'm going to share the pictures of your Freedom Mystery Quilt. Amazing. So many memories, she said, surfaced using up some of the scraps. Here is Christina's beautiful version of the Simply Colorful Freedom Quilt. Look at her neutrals, how they're all different, and yet they're not. I looked at it right away, as did my sister in Pennsylvania, and I love how it is tans and grays, but all really monotone. So I like that a lot. Beautiful. Oh, I tapped the other one. So Christina does a very cool thing. When she comes to the States, she brings, see, there's a picture of the solids. And there they are, and there's the other one. Love it. When she comes to the States, she brings the quilt to her daughter's house and then sends them to me from there. Some of the scraps. So let me tell you a little bit about Christina's quilt and the scraps and the memories that they surfaced using them. She says some of the scraps are from my first big quilt from 1984, bought in a quilt store in Palm Beach, Florida. She says we lived in Boca Raton at the time. She says I also have pieces of my best friend Pam, with whom I made the same quilt pattern from Quilter's Newsletter and shared some fabrics with. Wow. 1984, I was out of high school. I was in college. So I can remember coveting those Quilter's Newsletter magazines. I used to love to see those. But I couldn't make quilts because I was studying, right? And that was fun to look at. 1984, wow. Now, to the border, says Christina. I think I'm going off the course and come up with something different. She hasn't decided yet. Oh, I can't wait to see what you come up with. Definitely go off the course. I would like it to be done prior to my granddaughter is on a quick stop here in Stockholm. Otherwise, I will bring it over later in the fall so I can send it to you for quilting. Either way, this time it most likely will be sent from California, either San Diego or San Francisco, depending on my kids' schedules. Have a great sewing week. Kind regards, Christina. Christina S. Thank you. I love the international flavor of your family. That's so fun. Becky, if you're out there, hi, Becky and Pam. Thank you for the help with the charity quilts. Oh, charity quilts. So I know I'm supposed to be stuffing this. Here, let me stuff this. So remember last week on the back of behind me, I had the raffle quilt that we're doing, and it's not a charity quilt. It's a raffle quilt for the Maker Scholarship. Well, we had people over here Wednesday, and we made all of the squares, 25 of these. And they'll all be sewn together, and we're going to finish it. If I don't finish it before next Wednesday, Anne's going to come over, and we will just finish out the front. I was so pleased with everyone's help, and we all agreed that it was mighty fine to have a lot of helpers on one quilt. So that could be something in our future. It was great. Let's see, what other updates before? Please, anyone in the East, please stay hydrated. Maggie, definitely drink lots of water and fluids, and drink it before you get thirsty, because by the time you're thirsty, you're already a little dehydrated. That I learned from Sue, who brought me these shirts. That's looking cute. That's going to be a good size. It's going to be tiny. Might be too small. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll make two different sizes. I should have enough of this left from this shirt. So I've used about almost half of it. Oh, and the other one has the pocket I'll have to work around. But I did just want to check in. Like I say, I think tonight's going to be a short night. I don't have the setup to have the sewing machine here, but I wanted to check in and just make sure everyone was doing okay. Tell you about my memory bears, and I will definitely show you when they're done. Tomorrow I'm going to the Boston, I'm pretty sure, the Boston Modern Quilt Guild meeting from 1 to 3. So that will be fun. I'm hoping it's in the Natick Library, and I am hoping it's air conditioned, I must admit. Such a prima donna these days. And then I'm stopping by the Love Unconditional launch party down the street. The church is holding it, and they do work in the Dominican Republic and sometimes Haiti. They might spread out to Haiti, but right now it's the Dominican Republic. Ooh, I'm liking that. It's a cute little paw. We can put the little bear pads if we wanted with some felt. That would be cute, actually. Oh, that's the wrong color felt. I have a little bit of darker gray felt, and I could put little pads. Apparently, the gentleman whose shirt this was loved to read newspapers, the Hartford Courant. So what we're going to do on the back is make a little saying using the font that the Hartford Courant uses. So I have to do some research there and see how we can get a little creative. We were thinking of giving each bear glasses like he always had. We'll see if that makes sense or not. Well, that's definitely a stress point. Not sure I like that, but I think what I can do is I'll make this pattern and then I can change it. So there is the bears. Imagine, if you will, how this is going to turn into a bear. Let's see who else is out there. I want to make sure I say hi. Cindy, hi, welcome back from Hawaii. Hi to Linda and Carrie and Nancy and Kelsey and Jean. Congratulations on week 2, and Chris and everyone who's out there. I hope you stay cool. I think really I'm just going to recap what we've just talked about and what I plan to do before I see you again. And I would challenge anyone, even if it's hot, and I'm sorry about the light behind my head. That's what FiberCast is all about. It just gives us a way to check in and be a little bit accountable to each other. And I know it helps me to get more done. So what I'm going to get done and commit to you all to get done before next Friday is finish this bear prototype. So I'll make, of course, another arm, another leg. I'll make the belly. I'll make the head. And we'll put it all together. And hopefully, maybe I'll be working on another one next week or something entirely different. We're heading into real summertime. And in fact, I do plan to take 1 week off in August, one Friday night, maybe two, to tell you the truth, because I am going to be going to see my mother and doing work there and working at the fair, and will not be bringing all of the lights and things there. So we'll all get a break. Anyway, this is what I'd be doing on my break, which is kind of ironic, and we've said that from the very beginning. So thanks for joining me, 6.5 years in. Have a great weekend. Stay cool, everyone. Those of you down under, stay warm and do what you love to do, and I'll see you next Friday night right here at 8 p.m. on FiberCast. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Bye.